TempahZone.
How's it going, everybody? Wherever you listen to this podcast right here, this is episode 99 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max, and that's all facts. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest on the podcast today, man, is got that mean flow, all right? Like, just off rip. Like, this dude can spit his ass off. His shit goes hard. This project that he has, man, Truth Lies in the Lyrics, like, oof. This project's amazing. If you haven't checked it out, make sure y'all do. I'm just putting it out there right off the jump, man. I got Twione9k in the building. How's it going, man?
Yes, sir. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, man. No, happy to have you on the show, man. I mean, I heard your music and I was like, man, like, yeah, definitely got to have this dude on, man. You know, just everything, you know, went super hard on, you know, the tracks that you had, man.
Thank you, man.
Really vibing.
That intro was legendary. I'm glad to take that.
Yeah, that's all you, man. I got you. I got to hook up all my guests with the right intro, man. I got to let these listeners know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Man. When you're dropping fire like that, you got to let the people know. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
I got you, man. You know, but you know, with the sound that you got going on, you know, I can tell you've been really on your shit with the craft and making sure everything's right, man. So I definitely want to ask you, just talk about how you got started making music, man.
So I started like writing raps when I was like 12, 13. Like what grade? How old are you when you're in sixth grade? Well, I was in like the sixth grade, right?
Yeah, around
one of the kids made a diss song about me. Yeah, I guess he had like his own recorder set up and everything at home, and you know, he's passing out the CDs at school. So at that time, I didn't know how to rap, but I'm about to figure it out. So I go listening to Tupac, you know, Jay-Z, Big L, and I just start like looking at their lyrics, understanding how they're crafting the songs, and like I'm like, okay, well, I got to rap like this, and I got to do this, and I got, you know, and so I just fell in love with the craft, and it just kept going. By the time I got to high school, I'm rapping in front of my classes. I did it, you know, at the auditorium, like the big, you know, like all of the stuff.
Yeah.
By the time I got to college, my sister was like, yo, you're really good, you know, and she paid for my first studio session. She was like, it's your birthday. I want to, you know, I know that you really love this. I'm going to pay for your first studio session. Go in there. Let's see how many songs you can knock out and just, you know, have fun with it. And she found like a legit studio. Like the dude had like produced for like Jeezy and like all sorts of people. So I go in, wow. I'm nervous, right? I'm shaking. And I think I did like a cover to like Rack City and another like Lil Wayne record. And she liked them. And she just spoke confidence into me and like, yo, you just gotta keep going. And I've just been crafting ever since, just working on it, just, you know, going in the studio and really falling in love with the process. So
absolutely, man. Dude, that's awesome that like what got you into rapping is that a kid dissed you. Like,
yo, it's crazy.
I gotta get him back. Oh man. And just from there you're like, yo, we gotta just stick with this, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. No, I love that,
from,
man.
You know, rap battle in the back of the school buses and stuff, you know, just getting yours off because you gotta learn to protect yourself, you know, because kids, especially kids, they're mean, man. They are mean. Like they'll go in on you, you know.
No remorse. They don't have no emotion.
Like and you're seeing the same kids every day on the bus. So if somebody tore you up, you know, you're gonna hear about it for at least the whole week. So, you know, just making sure I was able to protect myself, and it really grew from there. So
yeah, man. I think when it comes to, you know, rap and, you know, how competitive it is, like those are like things that like really help you as like a rapper if you're able to like talk that shit and like get back at people like that. Like it really can help when you're putting in your bars and you say that slick stuff, you know, you're able to, you know, get off like that, man. It's kind of like similar with comedians, you know, they're slick with the words like that, and this helps so much with the comedy or, you know, whatever you're working with. That so growing up around that can definitely, you know, it can be harsh, but ultimately if you're tough enough, it really molds you to be better. You know,
I mean, you know, I'm a younger child too, so I'm the younger sibling, so you know, I'm used to like getting beat up on, and you know, I don't think, you know, my sister wouldn't let me, you know, go out and be no punk. Like she, you know, I'd have to be able to stand up for myself. So, and you know, it's funny too, because not only she put me in the studio, but she used to write poetry, and I actually like took her poetry book when she went into the Army, and that's how I kind of like started like understanding like how to put things in like stanzas and like just different, like, you know what I'm saying, how to form my bars correctly. So when I'm rapping it, it's easier to read out and just stuff like that. So like, yeah, like she, you know, my older sibling was like, nah, you ain't going out like no punk. You gotta make sure, you know, you toughen up.
Absolutely,
Everything's a
man.
competition in our household. We play badminton and we go.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
No matter. Play some Monopoly or some Uno.
Yep.
It's going down. Y'all going, yeah.
Down.
Yeah, man. Nah, you gotta treat things very competitively, like, you know, at certain points, you know what I mean? Like, and you gotta have that balance with it too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, especially in rap. Rap's a very just competitive genre in general. So like, you know, it's always good just to have that skill on deck, man, for sure. That's great.
Absolutely.
That's great. I want to ask you, man, you know, we've been just this pandemic, you know, it's just been ridiculous, just so crazy. But it's stuff's finally letting up though, man. You know, we're starting to see the light, you know, shows are starting to happen with people and all that stuff to an extent. How were you able to adjust to this pandemic? You know, like around this time last year was when really things were just so crazy. You know, what were you doing to make sure you kept everything going with your music and just staying focused?
I was recording like every day. You know, when everything shut down, I took it as, because 2019, I really took that whole year and I was performing crazy. Like I think I did something north of like 30 shows, you know, and I had no project. I had no project out at the time. So I'm doing shows and I'm like just testing to see how people are reacting to songs, you know, and I was just all over the place. So for 2020, my goal was to go in and just really focus on, you know, doing my project. So to get the opportunity to like everything shut down, it was just a standstill. So for me to get that opportunity to be able to record and just focus in and really dial in on my project, I think it really, it allowed me to tap into some things that I might not have gotten into if it weren't for, you know, the shutdown. So I really used that time, meditated, you know, every day. I really just started to dial in and focus. I was on it and I was recording every day. Damn. And if I didn't, Beyonce would come back. She's gonna tell me, "Hey, you what you doing today?" Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really tapped in.
Yeah, I think that's what should be happening if this pandemic, if you're an artist and you're really trying to get something going, you just got to make it happen and, you know, use that free time and really create something special, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's good that you utilize the time and didn't like get trapped in like, you know, getting too lazy or stuff like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man, the pandemic was definitely, you know, I could easily happen. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's definitely important just to, you know, keep, you know, staying occupied, staying busy, man. It's just super important.
Yeah. I think too, like, not only did I record my project, it gave me time to like reflect, you know what I'm saying? Just
absolutely.
like, it gave me an opportunity to come up with a business plan. So, you know, for all artists, like when you're doing music, you know, understand that you're a business, you know.
Absolutely.
So, I got to do a lot of research, a lot of reading, and, you know, like you said, just really worked on my craft and really tried to prepare it for the world as best as I could when it started to open up. So.
Yeah, man. I think it's, you know, you got to just keep learning more and more in this game. And especially with like the times and how stuff's changing, you know, with how digital everything has become, like you got to update yourself like once a year, man. Like the way to do things now is not the way you do it in 2020. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Like people be sticking to like the same ways they market themselves back in like 2012. And I'm like, bro, like shit has changed a lot. Like absolutely. You can't, you know, like everything's so different now. Like, so I think
you can't even put CDs in cars anymore now, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can't even hand somebody a CD and be like, bro, check out my product. Like everything is totally different. You got to make sure you're up to date on it for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you're still selling CDs right now, I mean, you gotta make it worth the people's while. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and if you do it, you're probably aware of like, yeah, this is a CD. Like you don't have one, but you're probably just give it out on some like just as a piece. You know what I mean? Like something for the fans. But yeah, you got to get creative as an artist. You know, if you're trying to sell certain products and stuff like that, like you know, like with the clothing or like, you know, you're selling, you know, CDs or make a vinyl or something. You know, so.
Yeah, no, seriously, and that's one of the things me and my team spoke about. You know, for Truth, the release of Truth, Lies, and Lyrics, I didn't have a merchandise catalog that I really wanted to. It was just hard, you know, getting everything together, especially during, you know, shutdown, getting people in rooms and stuff. But for the second, you know, that's one of the things that we spoke about. is bringing in like tailor-made clothing line, which is my clothing line with my older sibling, my sister, and just like really trying to, add more to your business, and really build that up, make sure your fan base is getting the most out of it, out of a release. So
Yeah, man.
I agree.
It's tough. It's tough, but I think it's all, when you do it all and the people see you're putting in that work and they see all that stuff, coming together with it, you're really giving them this experience, this moment and capturing it. So I think it's always good just to, find ways to promote the project beyond just the music itself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how you reel them in. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the project, man. Truth, Lies, and Lyrics. And that title, I was like, wow, that's some, that's a cool shit right there, man. Explain why you named the project that.
I really wanted people to one, I wanted a wow factor, kind of like you said, like when you heard the title, you're like, I want to check that out. I want to see what that's about. I actually created the title, I probably want to say like my third or fourth time going in the studio. So I've had that title for about like 4 or 5 years. Like I had
wow.
Yeah. And
so you knew you were gonna just put that on something, right? Like,
I knew it was going to something, and I knew it was gonna be my first project. As I was getting closer to the project being finished, that's when I kind of settled with the name. But when I first came up with it, my sister was really the one that was like, "Yo, that's got to be like an album title for sure.
Absolutely,
got to be a project title." And so I really wanted that wow factor. And Truth, Lies, and Lyrics, it really stands out. Like it's one of those first impressions for artists. I feel like, okay, like, I hear people make their album titles beast mode or stuff, but like it gives you Truth, Lies, and Lyrics gives you like this. I want to at least give it an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to give this a chance or a listen, at least see, a couple songs, just see, okay, what is this guy about? What is he doing? So that was really my idea when we finalized it. It's like just to draw them in, so.
Yeah, man. No, it definitely does. And I think, you're definitely spitting that real shit on this project. So I think the title definitely fits well, man. I really, 15 tracks, right? It's 15 tracks.
Yep.
Yeah, man. You dropped a serious body of work. Like, in this day and age, like so many people dropping, EPs and all that stuff, man. So it's good to see you, go about it that route. What made you say we were going to put 15 songs on it though? Like, was that something you had in mind or?
It was gonna be more. Some people told me to do less. It was like for me, I've been recording for so long. I just have a whole bunch of songs, man. I have a whole bunch of songs. Like these records, they really like each of them are part of me, right? And so like choosing 15, it wasn't like, oh, I want this certain amount of like songs. It was just kind of like these were like the ones I was like, this fits this mode. This is a good intro after the skit. This is a good way to end out the project. Draco and Going Up, those are two songs that I was performing crazy the year before, and people had heard early on. And I just made those like kind of like bonus tracks and just like, here, you guys can have this because you deserve it. A lot of my fan base that I've grown, especially in like the Boston area, they've seen me perform those songs. And like even before like the shutdown, those are my two songs that I actually performed before going into finalizing this project.
Yeah,
it was like my last show, so it was like 15 was just a good number. It just felt right. It wasn't too much music and it wasn't too little. And I feel like in this generation, a lot of people been doing like 10 songs, 9 songs, like quick EP because they have a short, attention span. But if the music is good, people are going to play your music. They're going to go through the whole thing. So I felt like it was just, I owe my fan base music. And, I'm never going to be one of those artists, I don't think, that can do like 8, 9 songs. Like I think I'm always going to be kind of high because I just record a lot. I have my own studio setup. So
yeah,
I
absolutely.
record, almost every night now.
Hell yeah, man. See, like if you're making that much music, why not go for it? Like if that's the way you operate, that's the way you operate, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I mentioned that because I think a lot of times artists feel like they gotta do that. And it's like it's okay to put out the a 6-track, 5-track EP, like that's okay too, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about
look at Drake. He just did the 3, right? Like
exactly.
He killed that 3, man. I was like, oh my goodness. But then if you look at his last project before that, it was like 20 songs or something like that. Like it was a long
it was mad tracks, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, either or it works. I just like, for me personally as an artist, there's so many topics and stuff I like to touch on that I think is just really tough for me to condense it. But I thought about doing the EP for my birthday back in December. I was like, I released in September. I could still give them something for December. And I was talked out of it, but it was like, well, let this ride first. But yeah, like, I don't have like an issue with, small EPs either. Like,
not at all.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's dope. That's dope. I mean, listening to this project, man, if you definitely had a lot of diversity and a lot of just versatile, in your way with how you do it. What type of tracks do you like making more? Do you like do you like making those stuff that goes hard a lot more? Do you like more of the smoother vibe? How do you feel about that?
I think I don't really have a preference. I think they both have their space.
Yeah, for sure.
I think for me personally, it just depends on type of vibe that I'm in. Like if I'm going to the gym, I like high energy. If
Absolutely.
I'm with my girl, then I might play something like Ambition or Replay or Poetic Lips.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing with George Floyd, I'm playing Trauma the whole time. So lane switch, when I'm just vibing, like if I'm just, driving around, like that's my go-to. So I think each one holds their own creative space. The hype songs are actually easier, like Pop My Ish.
Yeah.
I like as soon as I did the hook, I knew I was like, oh, this is
yeah, we got one.
Yeah. So like Pop My Ish, I heard all of those are like quick. Those are like, like those are like over, like first night I did it was done. Like it wasn't like, it didn't take like, okay, I gotta write this, like how about this, or like nah, like I knocked that out super quick. So I think it just really depends on type of mood that I'm in. But yeah, they were all actually pretty easy to make. Like I pride myself on being a all around artist.
Yeah, for sure.
The first thing that I realized, especially with performing, is you can create a stigma for yourself where everyone thinks like, oh, you're the hype artist, or you only create this type of music. And so I really dialed in on this project to show like, okay, I can make this type of music. I can make songs for the women. I can make songs when you're chilling in your car. I can make, songs that's going to make you think. I can make storytelling songs like Diamond the Pressure. Just talking about my personal life and my issues with my dad. And so I kind of give you a variety.
Yeah, man. No, I think that's super dope. And I think it can be a little tricky for artists when they're trying to put out songs because they're wondering, oh, like I want to be, this type of artist, but I really want to make chill songs too, like, and vice versa. So it can definitely be pretty tricky. So, but I think with this project, everything just flowed so well, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just good to have that range because, most artists don't want to be the one type of song guy, a lot of artists I know and talk to, they want to try different things. They want to, experiment a little bit. So I think it's good when you're able to get that because some artists have to be the hype artist because that's what the people want. That's what the people get from them. So if you're able to fill that void and for your fan base, to get diverse stuff, that's great, man. That's a definitely a good position to be in.
And not to cut you off, I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
When I study like artists like, Nipsey Hussle, the first thing they tell you like is be patient as an artist, like take your time. And if something doesn't feel true to you, then don't put it out,
Yeah.
And so that's really the mindset that I went into True Flies and Lyricz with is just all of these songs are truthfully a part of me. What I'm saying? I was inspired by each one of these songs and I can give you the story behind each one of these, so I think that's also why I was able to put it together and it flowed so well because it was naturally I'm giving you just me, and I'm honestly being myself on each and every one of these projects. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not, I'm not reaching or anything crazy. So, I think that's why I feel like this, I think I killed that stigma of, oh, I'm just a hype artist by making this project, but also I think I stayed true to myself, and I think that's why it connects so well with a lot of people. Because my motto is, if you're staying true to yourself, then you'll connect to me. If you're real, I'm real. Then there's really no issue. We're always gonna connect. So.
Yeah, man. The older I get, the more I realize, like, when you're doing that real shit from the heart,
absolutely,
people, it resonates, man. Like RP DMX, like that's
man.
Why he was so great. Like the dude was just wore his heart on his sleeve like
And
crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I just think more artists should definitely just stay real to yourself, man. Like that shit will resonate. It will. Like I
absolutely,
promise you. Yeah, you know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like, you know, a song like Trauma, like I can, you know, I felt like, you know, you were really getting that shit off your chest, man. You really had to say it there. Were you ever like nervous or worried putting out a song where you're addressing such a deep topic?
No, I didn't even think about it, you know. And
Nice.
it's not
Yeah.
like I was like trying to create this song. I heard the beat and like I instantly like the George Floyd situation happened the same week, and so like it was crazy. As I'm recording the song, I'm crying, and if you listen, I'm not really rapping. I think like the second verse, like right before Sandra Bland's vocals come in,
Mm-hmm.
I get like a little in like a rapper's pocket, and it's like 4 bars. But like the first half, if you really listen, it's really more like poetry. Like I'm really just speaking.
Yeah.
It's like you said, I was just getting stuff off my chest. Like, man, this is just not sitting well with me. Like this is not okay. And I just want our people to understand, like, you know, seeing our people die every day, seeing the issues that they're going through, it's not normal. And it's okay to talk about it. You know, whether it's with yourself, you know, to somebody else, to a microphone, or to a therapist, you know, it's okay to express yourself and get these emotions out, because it's a lot of trauma that we go through on a day-to-day basis, you know. And I think for our people, we're taught we got to be strong, we got to hold it in, we can't let it out. And so when I made that record, it was with the intention of telling our people it's okay, you know, it's okay to cry, it's okay to be hurt. And these type of events, they gotta stop, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think with mental health just being more spoken about and less stigmatized, I think more people are open to talk and get the shit
Yeah,
off your chest and let go, you know, of all that, you know, clutter that you have in your mind, man. Like so many people just like, oh, I'm just gonna tough it out, like I'm just gonna
right.
hold it in. But it's like you gotta let that shit free. Like,
Yeah,
because that shit will eat you up, you know, one way or the other.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's super important to get that message out there for the people to just be able to talk to someone, or just get that out of you in some form or fashion. You know, whether
Yeah.
it's, you know, through
And as
therapy or a
artists, it's
journal.
our jobs. You know, it's our jobs as artists to spread that message. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a platform that a lot of people don't have. And when you're creating a fan base, you have people that are literally hanging on and following your word. I was watching a video the other day where a fan was like, I don't know if you've seen this. He's talking to JT, you know, because I
Mm-hmm.
guess Uzi and JT are together or whatever. And he's like, whatever you like, you know, whatever, you know, if you like it and Uzi like it, we don't care because we like whatever Uzi like.
Yeah.
And so I think I think it's important that we realize the power that we have as artists, you know what I'm saying, to affect those who listen to us. And so when I created Trauma, it was with that same mindset. Like, you know, as an artist, we have a platform, we have a power, and it's, you know, it's really our job to make sure we utilize it the correct way.
Yeah, man. Music is so powerful. So
Yeah,
like once you understand that and you know what you're capable of, you got to be able to move the right way and get that message out there. If you're willing to do it, if you want to do it, if it feels right, like we were saying earlier, you know, if it's true to you and how you want to move, you know, make it happen, because, you know, music inspires, it really
yeah,
does. And it really just can change the way people think and feel and go about their day, man. It's real. It's real like that, you know. Even on like a
absolutely.
science level, music's like that. So I think, you know, it's definitely, you know, good to see
It
that, you know.
connects people. You know,
Yeah,
music connects people. We don't even have to speak
literally.
the same language, and we can connect musically. You know, I've seen people who don't even speak English and they're bopping to my music and just, you know, vibing with it. You know, because of a feeling that you get when you're
Yeah.
listening to it. You know, and an emotion that it can bring out of you. So yeah, I agree, 100.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope that you know, as artists, we gotta, you know, be understanding of that power that we have, that, you know, that responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's good that you got one off like that, man. On a lighter topic, I want to talk about Draco, man. And this music video for it is just so cool. Like,
Thank you,
what
thank you.
what made you decide to go that route for the music video, man? Because I the tracks dope, songs dope,
Thank
like
you.
the
Thank
video's
you.
cool. Talk about it.
So I created the song in like 2016. So I've had it for a while, right? And I was like, everybody thinks this song is about shooting someone, right? And they think it's like, oh, like you're killing somebody in the thing. And so the song is really inspired by Soulja Boy, but not. And I don't know if you ever seen a story about when they break into the studio and he shoots the guy and then like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, this sounds so fake.
Yeah.
His confidence is so amazing. He could sell water to a whale. Like, so if you listen to the song, me and my brother Sleezes, he's the featuring artist on there. It's just a lot of confidence. I just wanted to just spit on this track, you know, and just show like, yo, like you get off, like rhyme, you know, and show people I can rap fast, I can rap slow, like I can really, you know, weave in and out on a track and just have fun with it, you know. And so I wrote the treatment plan for the video as because the song sounds so serious. Now when you watch the video, I want you to understand like Draco, like Soulja Boy, although he's very confident, I still find him very funny.
Yeah.
So now I want the video to be funny. So you add both elements of the story that he's telling, where it's the confidence, but then also this is funny. So we have the scenes like the Scooby-Doo chase where it's going, you know what I'm saying? So I just have fun. I told the videographer, like, man, let's just have fun. Let's enjoy ourselves. I want people to laugh when they see this. I don't want people to think about violence or shooting someone or, you know, anything crazy. Like, let's just have a lot of fun and take it back one time and just be creative, you know. So that's how it came out.
Yeah, man. I think, you know, I'll just say it, you know, bluntly, man. I think a lot of people are doing the same type of music videos. I'm keeping it honest with you. So to see you do this for the video and really switch it up, man, was a breath of fresh air. I'm like, oh, great. Like, you're not with your homies, like just rapping to the camera with like guns.
Right.
And, like, you know, you could have done that for the video, but you didn't. Yeah. You know, you took it a different route and did the unexpected, man. So I definitely, you know, like that, man.
That video was super cool, man. I mean, I always include like my friends in my videos. So like you see Grind was my first video I put out. I'm trying to like find myself like and figure out, okay, what do I want to say on these videos? Like, what am I saying on the track? Like, what do I do? So when I got to Draco, my dad is like the boss.
Oh, okay. So dad,
that's cool. And those actually those are like my best friends from like middle school that are like the guard and the cop. So like I always include like my friends and family in my videos to like tie everything back in like full circle. So it's a lot of fun, man. I have a lot of fun when I'm shooting videos. Like we're you know, we're laughing, we're wilding out, you know, talking a whole bunch of mess. You know, we really chasing each other in those scenes, like having a whole bunch of fun. So yeah, it was a lot of fun shooting Draco.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, I could definitely tell y'all were having fun with that one, man. And I think it's always good to just go outside the box and try something new with the video, man. Like, I think that's really dope. Was it hard for you to come up with that music video idea? Those things come easy to you? What was that like?
No, I enjoy the writing treatments, like video treatments and stuff. Like it's a lot of fun for me. I get to be more than just a hip hop artist. Now I get to put on like my, you know, I get to really have fun and be fully creative and bring my tracks to life and kind of give you what my idea is for this whole track, right? So you're not just hearing it, but now you can visually see it, right? My job as a hip hop artist is so you can, you know, you can imagine what I'm talking about, but now I get the opportunity to really give it to you and you're able to see like, oh, this guy was talking about this or he's talking about that. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was super, it's, I'm not gonna say it's super easy, but like when you get in those creative modes, it's a lot of fun. It's so
man. Nah, I feel that, man. Yeah,
by the way, I saw your video you have up coming up.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
that looked epic. That looked epic,
man. Yeah, man. It's the same thing, man. You know, like the video for the kickback. We just wanted to do something different, man. You know what I'm saying, and really just, you know, flip it on its head. Like, oh, it's a party song. Well, guess what? This is what happened after the party. You know, like we did like 1 year later, like when me and my homie were drinking, and then it goes into us like dealing with zombies. You know what I mean? Right. So we did kick it back, but it, you know, shit hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we really,
crazy.
Yeah, man. No, we just wanted to do something different, man. You know, and that's why, you know, I had to ask you about that because I think it's just, you know, it's good to just separate yourself from the bunch and just try something different, man. You know what I mean? And the people appreciate it, you know what I mean? The people like to just see you taking a chance and not, you know, do anything simple, man. You know, just,
right.
Like you said, have fun. Like when we shot that, we had a lot of fun shooting that. You know what I mean? Like it was cool just to mess around and just, you know, come up with those ideas, man. But you know, I asked you that with the ideas for the videos because, like, I feel like, you know, coming up with the music and coming up with the music video ideas, those are two different beasts, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's definitely different. So I think it's, you know, it's good to, you know, you have, you know, experience and know what you're doing with coming up with those ideas, man. It's not easy. It's definitely not.
No, it's not. I tell people, because especially like for Draco, right? Like that videographer, he ended up moving back to China like afterwards, like because of coronavirus and everything. He actually went back home, and I'm like, dang, like just my thing now is just building with the team, and like once you have a team around you that really understands you and you can have fun with, and really like they're invested in you, you get videos like Draco, and so I always just tell artists like the process doesn't have to be hard as long as you have the right people around you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, because like when you have the idea and you try to execute, like those are two different things, man. So I think it's very important that you have people helping you out along the way and just making sure that product comes out right and something that's dope to put out, man. So
absolutely,
it's definitely important, man. I'll ask you about that, man, because you definitely seem like you have the right people around you. How important do you feel it is for artists to have that right team?
Super important. It's super important. I think about artists like, rest in peace too, because man, he's gone too. But Nipsey, I'm always gonna go back to. I was a student to Nips. Like I was, I was reading. I was
a good person to study because Nipsey is a smart dude, man.
He was very smart, and so just like think about his team. And it's really, really kind of like family, right? Like a lot of family and friends were in his. And so when I built my team, not knowing that's kind of what I was doing, all along. Looking at the people that kind of put me in a position to be successful. Like I told you, my sister was the first one to put me in the studio. During the pandemic, it was my fiance who was the one that was telling me like, yo, what are you doing? You should be recording right now. You have to pay attention to those people and have a support system around you that actually wants to see you win and elevate. Because when you have that, then it takes your career takes off. It's another gear that you seem to shift. And so, and then the momentum just starts to carry you on its own.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, no, that's super real, man. And I think I asked that question because I just feel like you always see certain cases where artists have just a bunch of yes men around them, people just agreeing with them with every little move they make. It's like sometimes you need people around you who are just gonna be like, hey fam, like don't do that, do this. All right. But
before I put out Truth Lies and Lyrics, I had a listening like session. And obviously COVID and everything shut down. So what we did is I did it in my sister's backyard. We just invited people that we thought musically that had a good ear, and really like I made a survey and everything and had them give me real feedback. Like what songs do you like? What songs don't you like? What order would you have put the project in? All sorts of stuff. So artists, it's super important. It's very important. I got friends that I turn to that are already in like the radio scene, and so even when I'm talking to them, I'm like, okay, what do you think about this song? What do you think about this? And they give real crucial feedback, but that's what you need in order to be a good artist. If you have a whole bunch of yes men around you, I've seen so many artists that just, I'm not saying names, but like their songs are just like, I'm like, what are you doing?
Man,
somebody had
what
to
are you doing?
Right, like somebody had to mix this, what I'm saying, and give it back to you and be like, yo, this was fire, like like, go ahead, put that out, so it's just and I'm not telling artists like you have to have a manager, you have to have a booking agent. Like I'm just saying like have people around you that actually like care about your music career, that are actually invested in it, and if you do that, you'll be fine.
Yeah, man, it's like it's such an underrated thing to like have, man, like to have those people around your corner. But I get it. Some people are afraid to tell an artist like, yo, like this song is not good, don't put it out. Like it's hard to tell an artist like we are very passionate about this stuff. Like you tell that to an artist, they might beat you up. Like what I mean? Like it's like that, you know what I mean? So I
would always tell artists like look at Jay-Z, right? Yeah. Like he still has like Rick Rubin around him, right? Like when he's doing his projects, he's still pulling in the greatest producers and like creating these songs. He's asking them like, yo, what do you think? Right? And Rick Rubin's on the couch and he's listening to the music and like soaking it all in. He's like, no, you should change this and put this here. And like if one of the greatest artists of all time is not above it, then you, as an artist who's trying to get your foot in the door, should definitely not be above it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, like in this game, man, you gotta have some thick skin. You gotta like, not everyone's gonna like the stuff you put out, and they're gonna tell you to your face, like, or if you know, or just like, no matter how good like your music might be or it is, like, there's always gonna be those few people be like, I don't like this. This is weird, because you know not everyone's music heads. They listen to one type of of genre, so they're gonna just hate everything that's not that. Like, so
right.
You just gotta have tough skin, man. You know, like, because sometimes like people will tell you like it is, and you just gotta learn from it. You know what I mean? It's,
And I look at artists like Russ. How many people were like talking trash about him, down, and like, oh man, like F you, and like all of this stuff, right? Mind you, at the same time, this dude's going on global tours, selling out arenas and all sorts of stuff. So, Joe Budden told us that Logic was a whack rapper, but yet he can sell out the Staples Center, So, not all music is for everyone. And,
exactly.
Once you understand that as an artist, I think it actually gives you a little bit more confidence to be true to yourself and go do your thing.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, like, it's just so many different type of styles and ways I hear them. Like, what people like, it's what people like, man. You know what I mean? Like you can't control like what people are gravitate to. Like, if you don't like it as much, it's like that's just your preference. It's like, but it's hard to like look at it that way sometimes for people. I mean, people are very passionate about like, like, oh, if you listen to this type of music, you're this. Like, people are very judgmental, man. They hold that shit to their heart. So
absolutely,
definitely funny how that is, though, man. I want to ask you though, with the project, man, what's your favorite song off this project? If someone's like, yo, like, what's the song you're really walking with? Which one are you going with? I know that your answer might change today or last week, but like as of now, what do you really, what's the song that you're like, yeah, this one right here?
Shoot, that's hard.
I know you just wanted one of mine. So like today, what's the best song for you?
Today, the best song, you know what? It'll be the single that I'm pushing right now, Pop My Ish. That's a song that everybody seems to gravitate to. I play that like.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a hard one. So we're in the process of finalizing the video for that one. We had a little bit of fun with that one too. So Pop My Ish is probably my top one right now, but Replay is also another one. Like, I just love the feel that song just has. I was so proud of myself when I did that one, because it was it was this close to not making it.
Oh,
because
man.
we were so close to the deadline of releasing the project that it almost didn't make it in time. I actually recorded that song like the week before we, sent it to the distribution to get it sent out. So I was this close, like literally. I'm like, Mighty, come on, man. Where's the hook, bro? Where's the Like, I was trying so hard. So we were that was a close one. But yeah, that's probably my close second. Replay is another phenomenal song, I think.
Yeah, man. No, that's dope to hear, man. And I think it's always a good feeling when you finally just get that song off that you've been wanting to pull off, man. Because I think a lot of times from the outside looking in, I don't think people understand like how hard it is to like finalize these songs and get it all together. It's a lot of work, man. So that's why I see the 15 tracks. I'm like, man,
it's tough, man. I have songs right now, like I was at my sister's house last weekend, and she was just like, man, whatever happened to this other song you did? Like, why did that not make the project? And I'm just like, because I only did 15. We agreed upon 15, not 16, so it's tough. It's tough, but you have a lot of fun with it too. I think having the correct flow to your project is important.
Absolutely.
So technically the project is really 13 with 2 bonus tracks, and I really, if I were to do it differently, Draco and Going Up would be listed as bonus tracks, and then Diamond to Pressure is the real final song on the project. And I just like that song, and that sample was so amazing to me too. Like, that's another song that I hold close to my heart. Like, that was just like one of those songs that's got like a lot of good bars off on.
Yeah, no, you definitely got your shit off on that. It's definitely a right conclusion to the project. You know what I mean? Like a good last track, man. So I definitely vibe with that one, man. You dropped this project in September. And then I feel like you could ride off of this one for a while, but I gotta ask you, man, because it definitely seems like you're always making moves and keeping it rolling. What's next for you? What can you tell for the people that's coming soon?
So right now, I'm actually in a transition of moving to Georgia. So we're doing
Hell
that
yeah.
right now. So I'm doing that. We're finalizing the video for Pop My Ish. So I'm hoping to have that out by either the end of this month or top of May. And then I'm just recording a lot of covers right now as well. Just getting myself, because I'm recording my second project. We're gonna have Truth Lies and Lyrics part 2 coming out.
Oh snap.
And so while I'm in the studio, I'm just getting off a lot of these like songs that people seem to really love, right? So I'm also going to release a cover to Drake's Wants and Needs, and I think I'm going to release that next weekend. So
Damn, man. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. Keep your foot on the pedal, man. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like you got the momentum. So it's just like, yeah, just keep it, going. I think a lot of times the artists say, you're like, oh, I dropped this project. I can chill.
And that's it, right?
No, no, it just started like, I keep it rolling. Like you can't just put that out there and expect people to just,
Absolutely. And I think too, like the pandemic, just to tell artists, like the pandemic only slowed us down. It didn't stop us. And so I just want to look back 5-10 years from now and be like, man, I released my first project, like my first, big project and during a pandemic, and this is how I came out, and I still came out successful. I didn't let it stop me. So just using that as motivation to continue to push forward.
Yeah, man. No, for sure, man. I think it's definitely showing, man. I'm definitely looking forward to everything you got coming out, man. I'll be definitely bumping this album,
Appreciate it,
for a
man.
bit, man. This is some real good stuff, man. Twione9k, thank you very much for being on the show, man. We're coming up towards the end of it right here, though, man. But I really appreciate this conversation we had. We dropped some knowledge for the people out here too, so that's always good as well, man. Is there anywhere you want to plug for the people before we wrap it up?
Yeah, you could find, all my music everywhere. TWIONE, number 9, letter K, on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, wherever you're at. Go, listen at Truth Lies and Lyrics, blast it. Let me know what you think about Draco, whether you like it, if you want me to change something or you would have done something different. All feedback is good feedback. I'm still growing as an artist, and anybody likes my music, I appreciate it. If if you don't like my music, I appreciate it, and we're gonna keep growing and we're gonna keep going. That's it.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Twione9k, appreciate you being on the show. Make sure y'all check out this dude's music right here. Fire, all right?
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure you do it, y'all. That's episode 99 of the TempahZone podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next week for another episode. All righty, y'all. Peace out.